Hey friends, welcome back to the cabin. I've got a crooked log on the sawmill out here that we need to cut up, but first I got a little chore to do, so I'll meet you out there. I've actually got some boards I got to dig out of the sawdust here. This is some behind the scenes stuff, right, that people don't normally get to see. But anyway, this is some material that I don't want to throw away because I think that I can salvage some stuff out of it. So I decided to just kind of throw it off as I was milling and leave it here where I can try to get as much out of it as I can. What I just did was I made a 2x8 over here on this side. I made a couple of 1x8s and then one that's got a little bit of bark on it, which I could shave that down to a. So this is all this scrap material that I have to do something with, and I have to find a place for it. A lot of times I take the good stuff down there and stack it up, then I take this other stuff down and dump it. I really need to build me a burn pit so that I can roll this stuff over in there and burn it. It would be a whole lot safer than burning it above ground, because then I've got to stand around and watch it. So it would make more sense to build a burn pit. This little chore right here is one that I have received so many comments about. First of all, the comment that I had was to hang a bucket on this. Well, you can see I was sawing 2x6s. So if I went down another 6 inches, bring it right about here, I would have to have a very small bucket. So that's kind of like out of the question, because that wouldn't work. It wouldn't be very economical. Vacuum system, well, I don't have power here, so I'm off grid. That wouldn't help. It takes me about 10 or 15 minutes to do this. It's not very heavy, it's not hard to do, and what I do is I wait and do it about once every 2 weeks. I think if I sawed material about at the rate I go once every 2 weeks, I come in here and take this, pick this stuff up, take it to the compost pile, and continue cutting. So it's not that big of a chore, really. See, just as I've been talking here, but got this up. So it takes me about, like I said, 10 or 15 minutes to clean this up. So it's not really a chore at all, actually. When you're sawing material that is not straight and it's pretty crooked, I basically just shaved off a little bit on each side of this. I'm getting ready to turn it. Now it's got a bow up. This side is fairly consistent, so we're going to tip it up on its side right here. We will try to cut that hump out over there. You see how this log isn't touching the bunks right here? And how high it's jacked up over here on this side? Okay, you see what I mean by sometimes it's a balancing act. So I think what we'll do in this case is let's measure this in right here, which measures, oh, I don't know, 15.5, let's say. And this end measures basically 12. I'm going to take this end up as far as we can get it. Well, friends, I finally came up with a 6x6. I kept whittling away at it and got one down to where there's not too many blemishes and got a few other boards to go along with it. Yeah, that's how you cut a crooked tree. You just put it on there, you kind of balance it out from one end to the other and just start shaving off. Now sometimes it doesn't work. You get to a bad spot and there's nothing that you can do. But it was so long, you know, I needed 16 footers. I thought that I could get it out of there. I've just got one little blemish right here, but I think that that can be fixed because I can only afford to cut 6 inches off. So I'll have to fix that right there. But yeah, that is how you work up a crooked log on the sawmill. Now, if you've got a different way to do it, please feel free to send me a comment and let me know, because there's an easier way to do that. You know, I'm all for that. I've got most of the material that I'm going to need for this timber frame workshop, so it's not going to be long that I get these worked up. We'll be setting that all of these in place from the back to the front. That's how I have to do it. I've mentioned this before and I've seen it in some of the comments. People are wondering what I'm going to do with that building or that sawmill when I get the new sawmill down here. Well, that sawmill is moving down here. That's going to be turned into a woodshed slash utility place because I'm lacking in places to put things up here. I just wanted to show you my little method of cutting crooked logs, because we do a lot of building up here with crooked material, but how you can also straighten a log out to be able to get what you need out of it, if there is a possible way to do that. So if you're new to this channel and you haven't seen any building with crooked material, click on this link up here in the top right hand corner when we started our carport build, because it was all crooked. Anyway, friends, thanks for watching. We really appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you back up here at the cabin again next time.